storylines are going to be crazy. You got one team looking for the three-peat, which is awesome. It's never happened before, right, in the NFL history. Then you got one team that's been the punching bag of the NFL for years.
That's why I'm saying the Detroit Lions are the best team in the league. I was at the last game against the Titans, and Jared Goff had 13 yards of offensive passing. The score was 42-6. You've ever seen anything like that? We will hit you offensively, defensively, special teams. We will do that. We're built different. We're built this way.
So you are addressing the Kansas City Chiefs like, oh, they haven't really beat anybody.
Blown anybody out. You haven't blown anybody out. Why is that?
They have beaten the I'm thinking the Saints by double digits, and I think the 49ers by double digits, right? Everybody else has been a single point game.
Yep.
And
Come ye, come y'all. Who's the greatest football team of all? We are here with my co-host, Donnie Cleary.
What's up? What's up? Boot up, y'all. Let's go. Boot up. We need you on Sunday.
And then we have Darren Ryan, a Vikings insider podcaster. Explain your cause, Darren. What podcast do you run?
I run Skull Gang 365. It's a Viking podcast on the Huddle Sports Network. You can catch us every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk all Minnesota Vikings football. And we have open mics.
And then we have Michael Banks, 2022 Fan of the Year, Hall of Famer. I think he was the last Hall of Famer that's been into the Ford
Hall of Fans. Yep, that was the last class. Blessed to make it.
And I have personally his autograph right here. We've met many times. And, yeah, here, I got the proof to show it there. He's chain. How long have you been I hear you're a vet.
Yeah, I was in the military for 23 years. I was in the United States Marine Corps and the U.S. Army.
Talk about it.
All we got to do is just get a hold of them. They're in the shallows, and they're going to get all over us. All you got to do is just get a hold of them. You can drag them out to the deep abyss and drown them. Just get a hold of them, fellas. You can drag them out. You can drag them down there. If you watched that game last night, you know that once we tied it up at 21, you know we had a hold of them, and we was dragging their ass out to the deep abyss. You know it.
Darren, what do you think about the game last night? Let's talk about the game last night to start off. Darren is a Vikings insider with his own podcast.
At the beginning of the first half, I was like kind of questioning you guys for a minute because I was like, oh shit, Niners got the edge, and then like right after the halftime, that's when Dan Campbell was clicked at bam, 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 and it was like Kirby Joseph really played a big part in that. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, even your kicker too came in clutch. But the Niners just got fucking worn out. Like you can tell by after halftime, all the gas wasn't there. Purdy started throwing turnovers. Eventually, the offense just wore itself out. There was nothing for Shanahan to do up against Dan Campbell.
That's who was drowning their ass. We had them in a deep abyss. They didn't know what to do.
And this is a live interactive show, so please leave your comments like, Alvin. My God, I haven't talked to Alvin in a long time. How's it going? I should send you the link. Donnie, what do you think of the game? Let's talk about the game here. Let's go.
The first half had me nervous. I'm not going to lie. The defense, was extremely bad at times. But I believe Aaron made the right adjustments in the second half. And, the secondary played much better. We have got to get pressure on Darnold. If we don't, we're in trouble. We have to make some stops. I know our defense is beat up. We've lost some good players, but in this game Sunday, we have to play better defense. No doubt. Our offense will stand up, and we may win because of our offense. But do we truly believe that we'll score every possession? Don't believe so. But better defense is what we need. Second half was awesome last night. We held them to 13 points.
Right on, right on. Oh, Darren, what's going on? What do you got? Do you think you're going to come into Ford Field here on Sunday Night Football and try to mollywop us? Because the last game we played,
I was hearing all season from Packer fans that they had the best team in the division, that they had the best quarterback, they had an elite defense. I mean, Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, they're a different breed.
Yeah, I agree. You have got to slow at least one down. You're not going to shut either one of them out, but you have got to slow one down. If I had to pick, I would focus on Justin Jefferson.
Absolutely.
You know, that's my opinion as far as the game plan. Hawkinson now also is sneaky. He's been sneaky good here lately.
Yep.
So you got to focus on him. But let me say this too to counter that. Laporte is looking different these last 3 or 4 games, guys. He looks like his old self before he got hurt last year.
Yep.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
so Michael, explain to us what it's like to be a super fan. Like, you got to meet Calvin Johnson. You got to hang out with Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was in that very same basement you have.
Yeah. Well,
Talk about it.
it's amazing, and it's very humbling to be a super fan because, I mean, I really don't care for the title because I'm just a fan. I am a ultimate fan for my team. You know, I love my team, no doubt about that. But to be a super fan, and you see people walk up to you, be like, "Hey, I seen you on TV and stuff and things like that." I think that's pretty awesome. And I just know how I felt when I first met Barry Sanders at a book signing and other ones. If he would have signed the card and gave it to me, I'd have lost my mind. That's why I try to keep cards with me just to sign, be like, "Hey, this is proof. Hey, it's just me right here. You know, here you go." So that's why I try to keep cards and sign them and give them to kids or give them to people that recognize me and everything. So they be like, "Oh yeah, I met that guy. What's the proof?" And going back to the game last night, one of the big things that I saw with our defense is that the undisciplined. What I mean by that, they kept falling for the play action, and that was leaving big gaps. And in the second half, when we stopped falling for the play action and do our job and stop, trying to overextend to try to take up the other guy's job and do your own job, we was getting pressure and we wasn't falling for it no more. And we was getting pressure on Brock Purdy and all that stuff that's working in the first half wasn't working anymore. So we'll see. But we need. I'm asking for a field to get up for the Super Bowl on Sunday because that's what it is. This for all the marbles.
Donnie, what do you think there?
About the game this Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm excited, man. How could you not be excited? Both fan bases should be extremely excited. 14-2, that's a heck of a record, man. I mean, no matter who you are.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it's going to come down to a winner and a loser. Okay? I went to a game a few years back when we played the Packers. You win the division, you get the wild card if you lose. We lost. And when I left there.
That was that Hail Mary game, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't a Hail Mary, but it was Aaron Rodgers, of course. Show Sharon. It is going to be either disappointing for our fan base or disappointing, for Minnesota. I think it's going to be the best game of the year. That's what I predict. I believe it'll be a field goal to end this game, and I'm excited. I mean, guys, we have a chance to win back-to-back North titles. How many times have we said that within the last 30 years or so? However many years we've been in the North. Um, I'll give a prediction later. We can all give a prediction on the score later.
Yep.
But I believe it's going to be a heck of a game. I don't
You know
believe
that's
anybody's
petty.
going to get, stomped, beat up. I would be shocked. I believe our offense is hitting on all cylinders, and I believe that's the reason we have a good chance of winning this game. That's, from my perspective. I don't believe we'll score every possession, but I wouldn't be shocked if we did.
So my thing is here, man, these two teams are so built similar. You got Aaron Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Jefferson's the best wide receiver in the league. Addison, Hawkinson, Sam Darnold's playing lights out. It's just going to come down to the last play, like it did with the 31-29 win in Minnesota. So it came down to turnovers with Brian Branch picking off Addison, with Metellus, knocking up, doing the peanut punch on Montgomery. So it's going to come down to who doesn't turn the ball over more and who's going to have the ball last. I do believe I'm going to be there. I'm a season ticket holder. I can't wait for this game. They flexed it to Sunday night. That's 8:20 on what is it?
NBC.
NBC? Is that NBC?
NBC.
Sunday Night Football.
Last game of the season.
And
Just
also,
like
let
when
me
we
add.
played Green Bay a couple years ago.
Yes,
Last
let me
game
add
of the season.
Darcy. Let me add coaches too. Let's not overlook. You got two of the best coaches in the league.
Yep.
Man.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Yep. Last team that has the ball wins.
Darren, do you have any injuries in the last game? I didn't catch the full game. I watched most of it.
Aaron Jones got nicked up a little bit. That's why he exited the game. That's why you saw Cam Akers. But since we brought in Cam Akers is, gelled in well too. Of course, he knows the O'Connell system, being on the Rams Super Bowl team and then playing with us last year.
Don't you guys feel like this can be a chess match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know something? It feels like that grit that Dan Campbell talking about. We got to think a little deeper, go a little harder. I think it's gonna be a game like that where we're just gonna throw everything at them.
And look, you guys are going. You're not going to the game. Darcy's going to the game. And I'm like you, Mike. Listen, Lions fans, don't sell your tickets. Be loud as hell.
Yeah.
Stand
Exactly.
on your
Oh
feet.
my
Scream
God.
on
As a
defense.
season ticket holder, that pissed me off the most. I'm in section 120, row 3, and then I see all the seats around me. They done sold them. It's like, dude, don't sell your tickets.
Mm-mm.
This is a once in a lifetime journey. Okay, you need to be there to support your team because if you don't want to be there, shit, don't get the tickets to begin with. Because I want to buy the two tickets next to me, but then whoever got them, he keeps selling them. Every time I go to a game, it's always the fans that's of the other team sitting right next to me.
The
So I think
Rams
that's why
last
they
year was
raised the
impressed
prices.
about with the crowds or with all of our fans and how loud we were.
Yep.
That's what we got to be this Sunday. Same intensity, same loudness.
Oh, it's gonna
We
be
got to
electric
bring.
in that stadium on Sunday because everybody knows it's gonna be for all the marbles. And if somebody from Minnesota can get a ticket, they gonna show up.
Oh yeah, pay
But
five six
it's
hundred
gonna be
bucks.
electric. Now, what I've said, what I was teasing with my grandson about, I said it'd be sweet if they just recorded Dan Campbell walking down the tunnel with a real lion, and then when right before they play "We Will Rock You," have it up there with the lights going on. That would be fire. Then have Hutch come on the screen, Eminem, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. It will explode up in there.
Sorry, guys, we got a couple of trolls here. Darren, you must have shared it to the huddle or something like that. Or yeah, that's
No.
crazy. So, what do you think there, Darren?
I think it's gonna come down to coaching. It's gonna come down to O'Connell and Flores going up against Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, and Aaron Glenn. It's gonna be a coaching chess match.
So this is what comes down to me. I think the coach of the year comes down to this game where all the marbles, who's got the bigger balls, and I'm impressed with Coach O'Connell. He can take a quarterback like Sam Darnold that used to see ghosts and develop him, and he has been doing it right. So
Yeah, much respect for Sam Donald.
yeah, for sure.
All the years talking about he was a bust and everything like that. And much respect to Jared Goff too. We're gonna send you to Detroit to die. No, I ain't dying.
Yeah. Yeah, that Jets organization's something else, man. They'll ruin a career really quick.
Oh, we're seeing that currently with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, we helped him though. We helped him start that journey of sucking.
Oh, exactly. Kirby
We gave
Joseph did that. His last pass was to him.
we gave him a going away present out of the Green Bay that he'll never forget. Just like I'll never forget that Hail Mary.
With Sam Darnold, though, he does kind of overthrow the ball a little bit with pressure. Most quarterbacks do, anyways. So that I think Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch could have a good day, but I think damn, that's an electric offense. Basically, they like to throw the ball like in chunk yards. They do screens and everything, but everything is like 15 yards or more. So that's
But you know
probably
something though, and the Lions dropped the ball on this one. They should have kept Matthew Betts instead of letting him go back to the Canadian League because we could really use him right now.
absolutely that
Yeah.
took the words right out of my mouth there, Michael. Do you have
He's the
you
highest
want a
paid
sponsor?
Canadian football player. He ain't about to leave that.
Wow, he would have made more on the practice squad. Actually, it worked out to 650,000, and he's only making 80,000 in the CFL. So he could have made a lot more.
Yeah.
Do you have a sponsorship you want to talk about here?
Yeah, I'm with Stan the Fan 5 Hour Energy. So this is what we need. We need our Stan the Fan because I used one last night. Definitely watching that game. And I know Dan Campbell got one on the way in. He had to. Shoot. So look, Stan the Fan 5 Hour Energy. We need it for all 4 quarters. You could go to my Instagram website. It's posted up there. And you could order a box of Stan the Fan 5 Hour Energy because it's not sold in stores. So let's go. Boot up. Stan the Fan, baby.
And one of our other sponsors is coming on tomorrow, Ted Rath. You remember this guy? He's
Oh
a
yeah.
best-selling author right now. Here, hang on. Let me pull it up here. You guys remember this guy? He was Sean McVay's guy that would pull him from the sideline. He's a good guy.
Man, I look. That's the job I want. $40,000 every 2 weeks to keep the coach from going out in this field. Keep him on the sideline.
And he also coached for the Eagles and he coached for the Rams and he's coached all over. He's going to be on tomorrow's with the Spirit of Detroit podcast, and he's also going to be on the Detroit Lions news show next Wednesday. So make sure you tune in and please subscribe to the Detroit Lions news on YouTube. And we are going to be giving away tickets next year. We get some comments here. Let's get to them. Hopefully, no more trolling. Some people just love me. I guess they love to hate me.
Let those haters hate. That's their job.
That's
And
good.
I
Well,
love
they're
it when they
Packer
hate,
fans, right?
especially talking about, oh, the Lions suck. Yep, okay.
Well, they're
All
Packer
right.
fans, right? They're not used to being in third place, right? So,
I know, but look, like you said, 2 14-2 teams. One of them is going to be fifth seed. That's crazy.
that's true. So, Darren, your team also broke a record, first time in franchise history that you had 14 wins, right? And you're planning on 15.
Sam Darnold also broke a record. It's his first time on a new team that a quarterback's won 13 or more wins for their new team in the first season.
Wow.
So is this fool's gold, or are the Minnesota Vikings for real? Because you've won by a lot of one-score
I don't
games.
know if you look at the off season we had. You look at we lost our cornerback that we drafted. He was tragically killed in a drunk driving accident, which wasn't his fault
All
or
right.
his former teammates' faults. That also died in the car. And on top of that, losing our one of our corners, Makai Blackman, for the year, and just everybody saying that we're gonna be a 6-7 win team. So we got a chip on our shoulder.
Yeah, we
Fuck,
definitely know
we're not
about
fucking
that.
around.
I was one of those guys. I didn't think at all like you could take Sam Darnold. You know, I think he's won more games in Minnesota than he has in his whole career. And you can see him on the Panthers there with Baker Mayfield. They had both those guys, and look at them. They're both going to the playoffs. Isn't that just insane, Donnie?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely
Well,
insane.
Baker got to win to get in, though.
Yeah. I had a question for Darren, since Darren's the Vikings fan here. How do you feel about re-signing Sam? Do you want to bring him back? You don't want to go with
So
JJ?
so my take about the whole bringing Sam Darnold back, as a Viking fan, going into the playoffs, wild card's not enough for me. Divisional round, not enough for me. NFC Championship, not enough for me.
Mm.
Take this team to a Super Bowl, get to the Super Bowl or win it. You can stay on the team, but
Mm.
I
Well,
think
as a
at
Lions
this
fan,
at this
eh,
point he's playing for a contract,
Yeah.
big contract.
Now he's going to get one.
do you think
Yeah,
JJ is going to
you're going to
be
get one
back?
somewhere.
regardless.
But look,
You
as
think?
a Lions fan on the game Sunday, I would be disappointed if we lost because we was number one. We have been the number one seed for 10 weeks in a row.
Right.
So we definitely have to show up and show out.
Well, Minnesota was number one for what, 2, 3
No, they were 5 and
games?
0, 6 and 0
Yeah,
for
no, until we beat them, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And then they
So,
just slowly breathing down our neck every game, right?
and
That
then and
Rams
then
loss,
you
the
and then the
Rams
Rams
loss
game
last
they
night.
got screwed.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why
Face mask,
we
call it what it is, man. It was a bad call by the ref.
Yep.
But wow, I'm looking forward to this game Sunday.
Me too.
What are your plans there, Darren?
Oh, for the game?
Yep. Do you have a
Fucking,
special hot spot?
huh?
You got a special spot you go to?
Yeah, I usually go up the street to a sports bar. It's called Shenanigans. There's a lot of, for my surprise, and there's a lot of fucking Bears fans around here. There's like 10 fucking Bear fans, mostly Viking fans. There's like 10 Bear fans.
And they show up to every freaking game, don't they? Every
Oh yeah,
Sunday they
cause,
showing
cause
up.
they have
Put our game on.
cause they have every TV in there going. So Bears got their little section, Vikings got their section, and there's like two Packer fans come in, they got their TV. I'm like, come on, dude.
And
Do
you're in
y'all
South
spray
Dakota,
cheese
you know?
wheels on them?
You're in South Dakota,
But
aren't you?
but it's mostly Chief fans around here, Broncos and Vikings.
And look,
That's
ain't none of them ever been to Kansas City, have they?
probably not.
Didn't grow up in Kansas City. I don't know. I know it's petty, but it's like, how can you cheer for another team that's not in your city?
I know.
It's easy. I'm from West Virginia, my friend. I have
Oh,
to have a
okay.
team, and Barry Sanders guided me to the Detroit Lions many moons ago.
Well, but see, you
So
don't have a team there.
no,
That I understand. Same thing with my cousin down in Mississippi. He's a Saints fan. I understand that, but I don't understand how somebody can be from Detroit and be a Cowboys fan. I don't get it.
I got you.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that'd be tricky. That's
Yeah,
bandwagon right
or be
there.
from Philly and be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I don't get it, and that's just my opinion.
Hmm.
Right.
Respect to the Lions. Both teams are. Oh, it was
Sorry.
going too fast. Oh, both teams are playing lights out. Gonna be a fun game to watch. Heck yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Look, don't eat or drink nothing watching that game because you're gonna choke.
Well, I'm going to be down there with former Lion Mark Schmidt. He played with Barry.
Outstanding.
Yeah, he's going to be. He played with Barry. He played with Jeff Chadwick. So yeah, we're gonna be heading on down and hanging out with the Macho Man.
Darcy be knowing everybody.
Yes. Well, I know you. You're the King super fan, aren't you?
I'm no people call me the people super fan because anytime you see me, I'm always like, "Hey, what's up?"
Signing autographs.
See,
Signing autographs.
see, I don't be trying to hide or act like I'm too good to speak to you. Some of these super fans we got around here be doing that, but not me.
So let's go score predictions. It's New Year's. Everybody's gonna want to, get, a little tipsy. Everybody's gonna be sitting around the bar and get tipsy, and then we'll finish off with Michael. I'm sure Darren doesn't want to hear about that, but Darren, we'll start off with you there. Give me a score prediction and why.
45-41 Minnesota. I'm gonna say it's gonna come down to Jefferson, Addison, obviously Sam Darnold, O'Connell is going to be cooking up plenty of schemes. Brian Flores is going to come up with some plays where get our defense in the end zone. Byron Murphy, get him some interceptions, and get our defense in that backfield to not only save, but I think we force 2 fumbles.
So myself, I think we're having problems. Turner just ain't cutting the mustard. We struggled against the tight ends last night. I think TJ Hawkinson's going to come here, not homecoming, where he got drafted, and we really got to cover him. Jack Campbell's a great off-ball linebacker, but Sam Darnold's going to run on you. He already has 230. He's the second leading rusher on the Minnesota Vikings behind Aaron Jones. So he's got over 200 yards of, getting that third down rushing. So I do believe the first one to 40, Darren, I'm kind of on the safe wavelength as you are. I think the first one to 40, it might be like a 42-39 game. And I'm hoping the Lions win. Even if we don't, we're the road warriors this year. We haven't lost on the road. We're 8-0 on the road. So I'm not really worried about that. And if we have to go to, Raymond James and hear the fire of the cannons, I think we can still win that. I think we have different ways to win.
I feel the same. I feel the same way. I feel like if we have to go down there, I think it's not even going to be a matchup.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield, the windows, I'm finding the windows are smaller and smaller and smaller. The better quarterbacks are fitting those balls in those windows. Other than, the Giants quarterbacks are, the windows are definitely getting smaller. Everybody's kind of playing more man. Let's go with the Hall of Famer here. He's going to show off his championship belt. Can I borrow
Darcy and Donnie, I love y'all, but I'm going to say this shit full-throated. The Lions is going to win. It's going to be 42-31. Lions victory. We don't have to worry about going and seeing no cannons or nothing. Because we're going to be the number 1 seed. We're going to rest. We're going to get healthy. I'm not worried about TJ Hawkinson. It was a good thing that he left when he did. He had a better opportunity and better payday. He just, he wasn't a Dan Campbell guy. I'm just take facts with it. But we got this belt right now, and we're going to keep this belt. Minnesota had the belt for a couple times. Much respect to that. I'm not saying nothing bad or nothing disrespectful, but y'all had the belt. Y'all was the NFC North champions for a couple of years. This is our time. This is our turn. This is my city. This is my town. This is my team. And we booting up, baby. We got the belt, so let's go. Go Lions! Let's go. Boot up. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow.
How can I follow that?
I got a clip there. I'm going to make a reel out of that.
I'm going to go 41-38. the Detroit Lions. I believe that defense won't look good at times, but we'll do enough. We'll have the right scheme, right game plan, and our offense will be humming to the finish
Yep.
line.
We're going to put a 40 burger up.
Yep.
Another 40 burger.
Could possibly be an 80-point total game,
We
man.
might get 4 back.
I wouldn't be shocked. And I wouldn't be shocked if we get number 5 back also.
Yep.
I've heard things. He's good.
Put a brace on him. Give him the shot. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Knuckles and Sonic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in order for this game to work out for the Dan Campbell era, you got to, marry the run with the pass. And if Minnesota stops our running attack, then you can see what happens.
We got J-Mo.
Buffalo did it. Buffalo did it to us. So that's the key, right? And also Minnesota did it to us in the first quarter. They were up 10-0. They figured out, you want to take those balls of Dan Campbell and you want to make them gamble. And make him gamble on his own side. Practice your fourth down plays. That's the only way. Time management. Shut down the run. Let them play from behind. That's how you beat the Detroit Lions. And Kevin O'Connell is a great coach. So it's coming down to Kevin O'Connell or Dan Campbell for Coach of the Year, in my perspective. So the keys of the game are: let's run the ball. Let's get Craig Reynolds at least 30 yards. Jameer over 100, St. Brown,
I'm bringing Dan Campbell back.
Okay.
Because this is the thing. As much as I hate it, because I did not want this to boil down to the last game of the season, like I told you guys before. Injuries, referees, a lot of things can take place in this game, even though it's a home game for us. A lot of things will take place. But Dan Campbell standing up there, this is where we want to be, man. This is what we worked so hard for, to give Michael Banks a freaking heart attack at the last game of the season. Come on, man, give him a heart attack. Because I did not want it to boil down to this. I'm going to be honest with you. I just did not. I was hoping everything would be in hand before we got here. But Dan Campbell, this is where he want to be. This is where they tell him that they are. And he gonna have them up for this game. I have seen him when he said, hey, it's my fault. I didn't get the team prepared for the game. This game right here, they will be more than prepared. And don't be surprised if you see freaking Aiden Hudson on that sideline as an honorary captain. I'm telling you, we going to boot up. It's just going to be freaking amazing. And I'm ready.
NBC's getting ready to break some records Sunday night.
Well, thanks, Darren, for coming on. I appreciate you. And Chris was
saying, hey, thanks, Dan. I'm going to have to find you, man. I'm going to have to check you out, see what you about. Much respect, man.
You got a YouTube channel? You got a YouTube channel?
I'm on Facebook.
Just Facebook.
Oh, you're on Facebook? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Facebook guy.
Just promote yourself again, and then we'll get you out of here.
All right, so I'm Darren Ryan. You can catch me on Skull Gang 365 on Roku. That's where I'll be airing on Roku every Saturday night at 8 p.m. on the Huddle Sports Network. So come holler. NFC North football 24/7.
Donnie, well, this is our show, so.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game on Sunday. I think it's going to be the best game of the year. Like I said, Lions fans, the ones that's going to Ford Field, be loud, be obnoxious, be you. Bring the North title home. Because it's true with Seattle in the past. The 12th man matters. You guys matter. Dig in, have fun, be respectful to the Viking fans that come there and just give the Vikings hell. And let's go Lions.
So I got a question, Darcy and Donnie. Do you want to receive or do you want to kick at the beginning of the game?
We're kicking.
I want to receive. Let their ass play from behind.
All
right. That's not a bad plan.
You know what? Okay. Michael, do you remember last year where we just had, we just sucked in the third quarter?
Yep. I'm glad we're not doing that no more.
See, that's why I want to kick. I do believe they want to do double down. They want to score just before half, just like we did with San Francisco. But then and score again at the beginning of the third. I think Ben Johnson.
But we was playing from behind. The same thing with Buffalo. We had that 3 and out. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't have no 3 and outs. We gotta do what we gotta do.
But the teams are loading the box. They're putting 8 guys in the box. Have you guys noticed? They're daring you to pass it. And, credit to, Ben Johnson. He is throwing the ball on first down. You notice that? They're not very long passes.
Right.
They're more of a screen kind of pass.
But we do have J-Mo. We got a Sun God, we got J-Mo, and we got Sonic and Knuckles. Come on, man.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys.
And we got Thor.
How many trick plays are we doing Sunday?
2.
At least 1, 2,
2.
All right.
Over under for that?
I don't know. There needs to be.
I know, right?
There needs to be, man. That's why I don't want Ben to leave. At least give us one more year, bud, man.
And you know something? To be honest with you, in my opinion, I don't think Ben is leaving. If anybody leaving, it'll be AG. Because Ben is happy where he is. He likes winning. He been on the losing part. That's the main reason why he came back unfinished business. And he don't want to be caught up in that stress. He got a family, man. You don't want to get caught up in that. He want to stay right here where it's winning.
Right.
And we want him here.
And Don,
why do we even have Jack Campbell? Why? What a waste of money. We paying him, what, $6 million a year?
Man, Jack Campbell is a beast.
No, I meant the punter. I meant the punter. Jack I don't even remember his name now.
But you know something?
Jack Fox.
Forgot his name.
We don't see him anymore.
I was watching that Minnesota Green Bay game.
Mm-hmm.
Fox can flip the field in a heartbeat. They couldn't even do that in that game. Fox will flip that field. Even if we are down at the 20, he'll kick it to the next 20 or 15. I love Fox.
Yeah,
I predict that I predict Laporta gets two to 3 touchdowns, possibly 3, man.
Yeah.
He's coming on, guys. Wow.
The Sun God is going to get 2, and I think J-Mo will get 2. And Gibbs will definitely get 1.
Because if you score over 40 points, you're probably going to at least score 5 touchdowns. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm telling you, we're going to put a 40 burger on them.
I believe so.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm looking at that Jaguars game, and that's what I think we're going to do. Because, and I don't know why, but sometimes I think Ben is scared to put shit on film so people can do stuff. Now we ain't got to worry about it. Just go out there and just fucking win. Excuse my language, but this team just get me so, hyped up. And it's like, let's go. We don't have time. I'm 54 years old. I don't have time to keep playing. My time is, I'm more closer to death than I am to life. And I want this Super Bowl more than anything in the world. You don't understand. I'm going to get in trouble for my wife because if they get the rings to Johnson's, it's going to be $10,000. And my wife going to be trying to hear that. You bought a damn ring? Yep, sure did. And, it's just like, let's go. Yeah. We done waited a lifetime for this. Other teams got theirs. This is our time. And thank you, Sheila Ford Hemp, for making the decisions that you did. Because you didn't have to change. You could have stayed with the same old genre, but you changed. And you said, no, we're going to do it this way.
Yeah.
My way. And I thank you for that.
Do you want to hear something funny? Because I have the same mindset as you do. I wanted to turn around and I'm going to go, Sheila Hemp. Sheila. Nobody wanted to do it.
Sheila Hemp. Sheila Hemp. We love you, Sheila. We love you, Sheila.
Because of her and Chris Spielman are the reason why we are in this position. I do believe that. And
remember, Chris Spielman was a broadcaster, so he did the pregame interviews. Mm-hmm. And I know he did one with Dan Cameron, was blown away. But most importantly with all of that was that Sheila did not let Brad Holmes leave the building. And for them to team up after they didn't know each other or, the GM didn't hire the head coach, they just married together and they say, look, we're going to win. And for, Brad Holmes to go here and say, okay, I'll take Jared Goff. Hell yeah. And he's been making deals ever since. And the sad part about it, the truly sad part, is that we done whittled ourselves down to the players that we drafted are going to be the ones that we got to cut now. And that is so sad because we got some damn good players.
I echo exactly what you guys are saying. When we started 1-5 in 2022, man, a lot of our fan base, they were ready to fire Dan. Let's get rid of
But
Campbell.
but what about Sheila coming on TV saying, "Hey, trust the
Yeah,
process. Come on,
trust
we
it.
got this. Trust the process." And from that point on, we lost very few games. That's
No,
Exactly.
when we
Thank
that's
turned
God
it
not when
Sheila.
it
around.
happened. That's not when it happened. That's when they put the bathtub in the end zone and they had
Man,
Peyton Manning with the whiskey and they broke the goddamn curse. That's
The
when it
curse is
happened.
gone,
look, look,
Bobby.
look. I'm gonna give credit to that too. I give credit to that.
Bobby Lane
The
curse
curse of
gone.
Yep.
Bobby Lane was broken. I think we've only lost like 6 games or 9 games. 6.
Crazy, is it not?
We got 2
Hey,
this
what?
year,
Look,
and
look.
then
I'm at the point right now.
5 last
Whatever
year.
works. Just
Yeah.
get me a Super Bowl. You know, I don't
Man,
care.
Darcy, you're gonna have to be so loud, man. Sunday night, you're gonna have to. I want to see at least five false starts. At least five
You
on
got to
Minnesota.
realize I'm sitting beside a former player here, so I got to be respectful, right? I'm
No, you
more
don't.
years.
You got to
He
be
could be loud
loud and make
too.
his ass be loud.
Mhm.
He's
If
a
you
former
don't, call me
player.
on
Hey,
video.
Mark,
I tell him to be loud. Shit.
come on,
He's a
Mark.
former player.
Do you guys remember back when it may have been when Barry hit 2000 that the referee stopped the
Oh,
game
was
and
gonna give
told
a
the
penalty to the
fans to be
Lions for being
quiet?
too
Are you
loud?
kidding me?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
guys remember that?
Yep.
Try that shit for Sunday.
Man, you know something? In our lifetime, the NFL have come a long way.
hmm
You know.
Oh
Did,
yeah.
did you know that this you didn't used to be on the jerseys when Barry
hmm
played? They just
Yeah.
had regular silk screen jerseys. And they started sewing the numbers and stuff on later on. I want to say
Well,
97 and up is when they started sewing everything on the jerseys. You
yeah,
know?
and start going more patches.
we
Yep.
What
got
is
That's
she
why I got
to.
my
saying? How do
season
you
ticket
guys
holder
feel about
patch
the
right
next
here.
game?
A loyal Lions member.
It's pretty badass.
Thanks.
Amanda, how do I feel about this game with our injuries? I believe that our offense is good enough to win this game. I believe our defense is going to be good enough to make enough stops to win this game. That's
And,
my opinion.
and
Okay.
you know something else, Donnie?
Yes,
I was
sir.
looking at that Green Bay game. Of course, I was cheering, trying to be a cheesehead. But my man Love was confused. You're not gonna confuse golf with all that stuff you're doing with that defense. Go ahead and put eight on the line. Cause we'll get you. Again, we got a JMO, we got a Gibbs, we got the Sun guy, we'll work it out, and
Mhm.
we got Laporta.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll sit up there and be like, hey, that's my quarterback just ran for 10 yards. Whatever it takes. Cause golf ain't falling for that okey doke.
Right.
He done
You got
seen
to.
it all. We play y'all 2 times a year.
Yeah,
Last
we've
night
been
it was
running a
just a
lot of.
matter of time.
We've been
Yep.
running a lot of 12 personnel. That's 2 tight ends. Have you noticed that? And they've
hmm
actually both shipped over. And then Sewell is pulling to do the wham.
Oh, did you
You
see
guys
that when
notice
they
that?
moved Sewell over
Dude,
before
hmm
before they snapped the ball? Yeah, I was like, okay.
something's going to come off that. Something's going to come off that. You watch. There's going to be Sewell
Hey,
going to be
we
running
got
out
Dan
there.
Skipper catching touchdown passes. We
hmm
got Jared Goff catching touchdown passes. I'm telling you,
Yep.
nothing will surprise me in this game. They're
hmm
gonna watch film and they're gonna find the weakness and we're gonna exploit it.
And we got Maben back, so don't be shocked if there's a fake punt in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, we ain't ran one in a while, have we?
No, sir. I think it's about time to pull one out of the old bag.
Yep.
I'll let you two go here. I have to go to Washington. I think that'll
But
be
look, I'm telling you, I'm just so excited for this damn game, man. I can just feel it. I just didn't want it to come down to this. I can't beat that. I can't beat
No,
that dead horse enough. Because
Mike,
I
you
know
know
I'm
how
gonna be
hard it
sitting
is
up
to
here
pull for
having
the
a damn heart
Packers.
attack.
Do you know how hard it was for me to pull for the Packers Sunday?
Look, let me show you how hard it was for me.
Oh, no,
I even put this bullshit on my head.
no,
I
you
know
didn't.
when I worked at the airport, I knew a salesman, and he was
Yeah.
from Green Bay. We always be talking stuff. He's like, man, I'm gonna buy you a cheesehead. I'm like, whatever. I didn't know they was real. Hey, how much I know, right? So he
hmm
bought me one, and I anytime my mother raised me, anytime somebody give you a gift, you appreciate it. So it's
Yeah.
dusty and dirty, but it's real. NFL right there.
Wow.
So it's like, dude, come on. And it's like you said, they didn't even try. And then
No.
with Love back there doing half-ass doing whatever he was doing, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
come on. That defense is not, not that hard to pick apart.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking through the eyes of the head coach of Green Bay, and he's probably thinking, okay, we don't really want to lose, but we want to see these two teams go at it and kill each other. And then when we play them in the playoffs, we'll have more film. We'll be ready to attack them.
Well,
Yada,
I
yada,
think he
yada.
said, y'all screwed me with Aaron Rodgers and we didn't go to playoffs. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what you said, so I'm coming back for you. So, yeah, I don't care.
Exactly. But, man, it's going to be an exciting time. I just cannot wait, man. I want this back-to-back North
Dude,
title.
I want them to wear the blueberries, and I want back to back. You're right,
Yeah.
because right now I'm just flying the regular flag on my car. I want the back to back flag to be on the other side.
Yes, sir. And,
I got to
the
get my
two
game day
combinations
pins
we
and
haven't
everything.
lost in is the all whites and the blueberries.
Yep,
We got to
those are
go
my
with
favorite uniforms.
we got to
Unless you're
go
gonna
with
wear the
the
all black,
yeah. Since we lost to Buffalo with the all black, even though I love
we,
the all
we, we
black,
should wear that again.
yeah, yeah. Let's go with
And
blueberries this
then next
Sunday.
year we gonna get the gray back with the throwback helmet
Mm-hmm.
because they say you can only have if you have to wait 2 years before you get another alternate uniform.
No,
So I'm
okay,
with it.
yeah. So you think it's the throwback uniforms are next year with the plain
Oh no
silver
no no
helmets,
with the blue helmet.
the
The
blue
color
helmet?
rush, the
Oh,
gray
okay.
color rush. Yep
Gray jerseys.
yep
Oh, that'd be sweet. That'll be sweet. Yeah. Man. Excitement, my
yep.
friend. Excitement is in the air. Come on, Lions fans. We
But
need
but
you.
then it's like we had to wait all day for the Monday night game. Now we got to wait all day for Sunday night.
Oh, it's killer, isn't it? It's like,
Yep.
and a lot of the games that they have scheduled is horrible. That's not really worth watching, but,
Nope. Even the ones on Saturday.
even the
But
ones
I'm
on
gonna be
Saturday.
I'm gonna be honest. Either way it go, and I know you have to look at the bright, the silver line around the cloud. But we still in the playoffs. But I don't want just in the playoffs. I want the number one seed. Because guess what? I want to be sitting in Ford Field where it says Lions fans, congratulations, your team for the first time in their history is going to the Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
want to hear that. I'm
Hmm.
here for that. I'm gonna
Hmm.
have my popcorn, everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, and we have lost some really good players for the year, for the
Yep,
complete year. But also, we got some players that can come back and probably will come back. And
yep,
if anybody on our roster can break his leg in the middle of the field
yep.
and rehab it and come back and play even at 85, 95%, it's got to be Aiden. I
Oh,
mean,
now
I seen the
look,
video where he's running in the water. I mean, dang, it's impressive.
yep. So I got to say it right. It's teams in the shallows, and they'll get right over you. You just got to get a hold of them and drag them out to the deep abyss, and you can
Hmm.
drown their ass. I may not be at 100%, but 85% I will kick your ass.
Hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Speak that Dan Campbell talk.
There you go. Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Well,
We
we all
ready.
about grit. We gonna think a little deeper, go a little harder. Let's go, boys.
He's got the team that he wants. He's got
Yep.
the coaching staff that he wants. We're ready.
But all
We're
I do
ready,
is
man.
think about you guys. I love you guys. Let's go.
If
You
the
gotta trust me.
Vikings,
I got a plan. I got a
if this,
plan. And I
if,
believe in your plan, Dan Campbell. We
mhm.
here for it.
If this game was in Minnesota, I'd give them a little bit better of a chance.
Yeah,
But you're
but you
coming
know
to the
something, even in
den. You're coming to
Minnesota,
the
the way we've been
den.
road warriors.
Yes,
Cause and you
sir.
know something, and be honest with me, okay?
Mhm.
I never had a doubt in this game last night that we were good, that we
No,
were not
no. I
gonna
kept
lose.
telling my wife. I've looked at her. I'm like, it's 8 point lead at halftime. I said, we're still winning. I said, we ain't going to lose to these clowns. It ain't going to
Uh-uh.
happen. It's a matter of time because when you watch them all year, they never hit that stride where the explosive plays happen. What
Yep,
happened in the third quarter?
yep,
J-Mo, Gibbs,
yep.
Laporta, Sun God. I mean, it's just like,
Well, and then they still holding that from last year because you remember St. Brown talked about it after the game. They was pushing them off the field. Y'all got to go. We got to set these up. We got to set up the boundaries because they're getting the trophy. Y'all got to go. Move, move, move. They
mhm,
didn't like
mhm.
that,
No,
you know.
no, no. Especially going into the locker room at halftime with
It-
a three-score lead.
yep.
Um, No, no.
And
I
you
don't.
know
I'm like
something? And
you.
being
We're going to
honest
the
too,
Super Bowl.
last
You
year
can't tell me otherwise.
the thing that lost that game for us was the fumble. It wasn't the bounce off the helmet for the touchdown. After they scored that touchdown, we fumbled in the red zone and gave the ball back to them and gave them momentum. Because without that fumble, even the fourth down play, everything like that, we still win that game. You know, because with
And
that fumble, that gave them another touchdown.
and Gibbs
You
hardly
know,
ever fumbles. He's got such good hands, and that was
exactly.
a shocker. That was a surprise right there.
Yeah,
Um,
even the one he did this year, that was shocking because I didn't see that
mhm.
coming.
No, not at all.
But
But
this team, they didn't put together a team, and it's been a long time coming, and I'm here for it.
well, me
I
too.
didn't seen the Tigers, Red Wings, and Pistons win. I didn't seen the Shock win. Now let's get this Super Bowl for the Lions.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And
Yep.
we've heard a lot about Stafford since he left, how he won his ring. It's time to give old boy Golf a ring, man. He's been wonderful. He's been great for us. He's
And you know
in all
something?
honesty, he's been our goat when it comes to the quarterback position.
Exactly. Guess what? They need to make a movie about that
Oh
because
yeah.
he wasn't supposed to do none of the things he did.
No. They
But you know
cast him
something?
out. They cast him out, man. They's like he's done. He's done. We're gonna send him to Detroit. They got that shiny new car. They got that Stafford, that big
Yep.
V8. They gave up on Golf, man. And tell you why, he was
And,
patient. He rode
yep.
that
Coming to
first
the
year out.
Midwest, I think that's what motivated him
Mm-hmm.
because that first year he really didn't buy into this team.
Mm-mm.
The off season, then when he came back, he truly bought in.
Yep.
Because see, here in the Midwest, he was talking about how we were happy to see him. Saying, hey, good job, whatever. In California, they want to see the actors and stuff. They don't care about football. But we care about football here. We love our football players. And then
Yes,
we
sir.
screaming, Jared Goff, shit, you good enough for Detroit, Jared. So
He
and,
is. He's
and,
good enough
and
for
he wants
Detroit,
to wheel us a Super Bowl.
right?
Because and you know something? He would have won that first Super Bowl if they didn't have all them drops. Because he put the
Mhm.
ball on them. He
Yeah.
did his part in the Super Bowl. You know?
Just didn't have
So
any. He didn't have any help, did he?
nope. Woods
No.
dropping passes. People that dropping passes that never drop passes. You
Right.
know, it's just like Josh Reynolds last year. You look at him in these playoff games, he showed up against LA, he showed up against Tampa, and then we get to the 49ers, he dropping fourth down passes, hitting him in the chest and stuff. So,
So let me ask you something, Mike.
yeah,
Out of the 7 teams that we know, we pretty much know Tampa Bay's in, unless they slip up. Atlanta will be in. We know the
right.
7 teams in the NFC so far for the playoffs that are in the playoffs. Who are you most excited to play? I want Philly.
You
I
know
want
something?
Philly in the NFC Championship game. That's who I want.
No, I don't think Philly gonna make it because they have to play Washington again. Washington gonna put them out.
Wow,
Now you talking about pretenders?
that's a
I
hot
think I'm
take.
not. I'm not gonna say Minnesota's a pretender. I think Philly is a pretender.
Okay,
And no,
okay.
I don't want to play Green Bay or Minnesota again this year. I'm
You,
about tired of playing them. You know, but I wouldn't mind playing them for the championship to go to Super Bowl because I know we'd get up for that.
right. What about
But
Tampa Bay? How about the Buccaneers? A little
hey,
bit of
I don't care.
revenge from week
Bring the
2.
Buccaneers in. We're gonna beat them too.
Yep, that's
You
good.
know, at this
Hmm.
point with home field advantage, all we gotta do is win 2 games.
Two
You
games.
know, and I believe we
Mhm.
can do that. He gonna get them up for 2 games.
Absolutely. And, this week, in my opinion, is a playoff game. For us, it's a
It
must
is.
win. We got
This,
everything
to
on the
me, like
line.
I told the beginning of the broadcast, this is a Super Bowl
Yeah.
because this is for all the marbles, and this
Yep.
gonna prepare y'all to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Hey, remember that last game of the season we played for everything? Y'all showed up. We need this one more time to win this ring and this trophy. Let's go. You've been here before. Like he said, we live this shit. We
Mhm.
know about diversity. I mean, shoot. Anyway, all the drama and all of that
Mhm.
stuff, we live it. That's what we do. You know,
We go to
and
Super Bowl. Are you going?
I'm gonna be there. I may not go to the game. Like I said, I've been to a Super Bowl
Yeah.
before, just another game. But I
Yeah.
am gonna be in New Orleans for the NFL experience. I'm gonna take
Nice.
you in all the activities.
Nice. That's a
Yep.
fun spot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Good place for the Super Bowl. I'm excited, man. I know these
man.
guys
I
are.
wouldn't spend money to go to that stadium ever again. They don't have cup holders.
They don't have cup holders.
Nope. And then you don't
Wow.
get free refills and stuff like at Ford Field. You spill it, it's just spilled. You got to buy a whole nother drink.
So wow.
Yeah, so I was mad
Last game
about
I went
that.
to
And they,
Ford Field was last year. I watched us smash Carolina, and I went to get popcorn, and they had the popcorn buckets that have the grit and have all the players and
yep.
all that stuff, and they were sold out. I was like,
Oh,
I was like,
you
damn.
know something? And I'm gonna say it live on this broadcast. After the game, you just go around and collect them, take them home, and wash them out.
Yeah, people just throw them away, don't they?
Yep.
Just
Same
toss them
thing with
away.
the cups.
Yeah,
So
sad, isn't it?
true. Yep. But I
Very
mean,
sad.
dude, I'm. This is just an amazing time to be a Lions fan. In fact, to be honest with you, this is an amazing time to be a sports fan in Detroit. You know, the Tigers is making moves. They did good last year. Then you look at the Red Wings. They kicking butt this year, and the Pistons look like they trying to do something. But come
Yep.
on,
Yes, it's Detroit Lions time. If
yep,
ever, it's now. You know,
this is definitely our time.
if Dan would have rested the players last night, we'd have definitely lost. But
But
what does that
like he
say about your
said, he was
team?
like, "What six do I rest?
Right.
How can I rest JMO? I mean, how can I rest St. Brown and play JMO?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't.
No.
And then you get four players with 1,000 yards. When does that ever happen? Plus, the thing to get me is Jared Goff had a perfect game. Nobody's ever did that. And y'all not talking about him for the MVP? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. The Houston game, unfortunately, is what they're holding over his head. The
Yep.
5 picks that all 5 weren't bad. Like
But
3
this
of
is the
them
whole
were
thing
not his
about that.
fault.
You overcame that. That's the
Hmm.
thing. That
Yeah,
right there should be MVP qualifications for you. Not
I
because you
agree.
did something wrong. What did you do? Did you win the game?
Hmm.
You know?
Hmm. Yeah.
That what to me would qualify you. Okay, you got a pick. So what? Big deal.
Right.
Hell, the year they split with Brett Favre and Barry Sanders, which I think was shady. They just should have gave
That
it to
was
Barry.
terrible. That was
Brett
horrible.
Favre throw some picks. So
Hmm. Yeah, that was very shady. That'll
yeah,
never probably ever happen again.
let's hope not.
I
Cause
hope
do
not.
Saquon Barkley deserve it? Yeah, but now go ahead and split that. Give
Right.
Jared Goff the co MVP. How about that?
So if you're his coach, do you let him play Sunday to try to break the record?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wants. And I
Yeah.
would not have that player get that close and not, have him regret that for the rest of his life. Then all he had to do was just get out there and go.
Right.
Then because you got to ask the player, do you want the Super Bowl or the rushing title? I want them both. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
offensive line gonna block for him. You know they are.
So
Yeah.
don't you think that's like a little unfair? It has to have an asterisk right beside it because the rest of the players have only played 16. They got an extra game. Like I think
Yeah,
he should sit realistically because he's in top company with some of the greatest football
Right.
players that ever played in the NFL. That's my opinion on
Now
it.
I was told today though that he did it in 50. He got 2,000 yards and 50 less carries than Dickerson. And if that's true, that's amazing.
Well, you're
it
playing
is.
the NFC East. Come on now.
Right.
Yes, you got a point there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of them holes they was making for him, I could have ran my big butt through.
Like the Emmett days, huh?
Exactly. Well,
Cowboys.
Jim Brown told me about that, and I respect the great Jim Brown. He said if you take Emmett and put him on any other team, he's just an average running back. But if you take Barry and put him on any other team, he's still gonna be Barry.
Yeah.
And you can't help but to respect that because that's the truth. So was Emmitt Smith a great running back? With Dallas Cowboys, yes. He won Super Bowls. You can't take that away.
Right.
Now, when people talk stuff, and I'm saying it right now live, when people talk stuff, what have the Lions done? Did they win? Yes, we won championships. And guess what? So did the great Jim Brown win championships. So you trying to tell me our championships ain't good enough? You gonna tell Jim Brown his championship don't count? The great Jim Brown, he won the same championships we did. We have championships. Hell, we went back to back. So now we just don't have a Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era. And we're
Right.
about to get that this year. Then what's going to be your excuse? Because to be honest with you, this right now is the start of our dynasty. You know, believe it or not, this is a dynasty we building. We gonna get another person to put on the other side of Hutch, because Smith ain't getting it done. I'm sorry. I like him. I'm happy. You know, his smile is great, but you're not getting the job done, dude. I'm expecting you to do more. You know, they got you for pass rush. I don't see it. I know you're not Hutch, and I don't expect you to be Hutch, but I do expect some pressure on the quarterback from you. You know what I'm saying? Not clean up because somebody else got there, then you coming over and getting it. I'm talking about you by yourself.
Yeah, I
So,
hear he has a big bonus coming if he gets one more sack. So I'm sure he's
well,
going to
come
try
on and let's get it on Sam Darnold.
So I was talking earlier about windows, and the windows of opportunity for the Vikings is a little bit ahead. The window's starting to close because everybody is getting up there in age. Aaron Jones is older than.
Yeah, San Francisco window just closed.
Yeah, and Addison's Addison's his second year, but Hawkinson, what is he, 6 years, 7 years in the NFL? Sam Darnold, he's in his 30s. JJ, you know, he's fifth year in the NFL. So their window is starting to close. They're right there. They're right there, and that's why they're so good, because they have a great offensive line. Let's face it, guys. Their offensive line is good, and that Brian Flores defense is just freaking. It's blitz and replace, and it's hard to predict where they're going to come. So you got to play zone blocking. So that's my point.
But thank God we got a good offensive line too.
I'm enjoying you guys just talk about it. I'm going to just.
But we got a good offensive line too for that. You know, so you know, I'm excited for the game. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be better than the one last night, and it's still gonna have the same result though. With the Lions victory.
Yeah, I believe we're going to see a lot of scoring, and
Yep. And I can't wait to watch on NFL Network. Yeah, well, the Lions came and they have the number 1 seed, and they showed up in Jared Goff.
I
Because
was
other than
watching the
that, they
show
talk about
today.
everybody talking about Josh Allen. Oh, he's such a great quarterback. What about our quarterback? Again, I can't beat this dead horse enough. He had a perfect game. No one has ever done that in the NFL.
Right.
A perfect freaking game. And we put a 40 burger on him.
Yep.
Without an interception. You know, ball didn't even touch the ground. But they're not even talking about him like they should be. Because if it was Josh Allen that threw a perfect game, or Patrick Mahomes, or hell, Sam Darnold threw a perfect game, they'd be all over him.
All over.
Or Purdy, you know?
That brings me to my last question, and you guys can keep going because I'm enjoying this. And if you want to come on
awesome.
with Donnie, do you agree?
Huh?
Donnie, you agree? Do you want him on regularly?
Who, Mr. Banks?
Yeah,
Dude, this is a gridiron guy. Absolutely.
Just call me. I'll be there when I can.
No, we do this.
Look, I'm retired now, so I got more time.
There you go.
We use you on the show. You're really entertaining. But this is my question, and I'm going to finish off, and I'm not going to jump in. And when you guys are done, I'm going to do the intro video. Just cue me up, Donnie. But who is the leading candidate for MVP? And I know, don't be a homer, don't be a slappy, but I do.
I'm a slappy. I'm a homer and a slappy.
Oh, okay.
I am.
You got to say Lamar, or who?
Josh Allen.
Winning.
Yep, Lamar, Josh Allen is what they're looking at. But I'm gonna say I gotta say Saquon Barkley. But then I'm gonna be a slappy and a homie. I gotta go with our quarterback, Jared Goff. And guess how I'm gonna say it? Jared Goff.
Yeah, Josh Allen, I believe he's the MVP for a lot of different reasons, but the one thing that stands out is the talent, who he's got and who he don't have. He don't have a lot of weapons, and he's done a lot of this on his own. So I would give him the edge over Lamar, but Lamar's playing lights out. If it wasn't for the Houston game, hands down, Jared Goff would be the MVP. I think that they
Saquon
will
Barkley
hold
ran for
those.
2,000 yards.
Yeah, that's true, and he's in the mix too. But Barry rushed for 2,000 and he got a split. He got half a trophy. He got a half a trophy, like so.
Yeah,
You can't tell me that Barry's 2,000 yards was less than Saquon's. I was more impressed with Barry's 2000 because he didn't have big holes.
Nope, he didn't. And everybody
No.
was standing around to watch Barry run.
Yeah.
So
They showed Mr. Lynch. Was it John Lynch?
oh, his jock strap's
Several
still in the
times
middle of
last
the
night,
field
and
down
Barry
there.
embarrassed him on the field, man. He just ran around him. But
What about my man Woodson with Pittsburgh? He broke his ACL on the juke.
Pittsburgh,
Yeah, he tore his knee up on the juke.
who was it?
What was his name? Oh, it's not Woodson or something like that.
No, I can't remember. I do know that Barry had ankles like made of rubber. That dude right there could move and cut. Honestly, I've always wanted to see how Barry Sanders performed on the basketball court because the way
Man,
these cats are
Barry
juking
legs
and
was big as
jiving
tree
and
trunks.
I watched
And
this
Barry
video
run
like
between
a
the tackles
contest, the
too.
dunking
yeah,
contest, and Barry won the dunking contest.
no way, no freaking way. You know what I loved about Barry Sanders? It's
Everything.
all about respect. He had so much respect for the game. He didn't care about dancing and carrying on. He handed you the
And he
ball and
took
he
the
went
ball
back
and
to the
gave it to the ref
sideline.
every time.
Every time, man. That dude's got, he don't get a Super Bowl ring. I'm going to have to buy him one somehow.
But now let's talk about this for a minute, you guys. You know that Dan Campbell did not receive a Super Bowl ring when he was with the New Orleans Saints.
Right. I
I
heard
think
about
that
that.
sucks. Your
Yep.
team win a Super Bowl and you don't get a ring. So we got to win him one here.
Yep.
We have to get him a Super Bowl ring here.
I agree.
Because that means his name is just on the roster when you look it up.
Yep.
Because he deserves a Super Bowl ring. He earned it.
Yes, he did.
And like you say, so did Barry and Calvin them.
I can't wait for Calvin's statue, man. I love Barry's statue. It's the best statue
Yes.
in the NFL by far. Like, I was amazed. I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, are you kidding me? And then you have to look at poor Dwayne Wade's statue, and it's like, what?
Exactly.
What did they do wrong? Because Barry's is so detailed.
It is.
The face to, oh man.
To the eyeballs and everything. And then the Pat and Barry Sanders move.
Oh, come on, man. So
but
when Calvin
then
gets his touchdown or his statue, I hope it's amazing. I hope it's a catch.
Yep.
I do.
So then after that, we got to do some kind of statue. You know how they got a Tiger Stadium of all the greats? Because we still got Charlie Sanders, the best tight end ever to play in the league. And then we got the number 20, Lynn Barney. We can't leave Lynn Barney out. So, we got to give them something. But you know what I want more than anything? And I saw it in Green Bay, and yep, I want a copy. We need to put a Super Bowl trophy right there in the front of Ford Field. When you come in, where the big entrance is, open up, we need a big Super Bowl trophy right there. That would be freaking awesome.
Like put it in some sort of display case or
just a big trophy. Not a real one, but just a huge one. Like the one in Green Bay, yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really
cool.
When you walk in, you got that big Pepsi thing that
Yep, and we need that big Super Bowl trophy right there next to that.
Turn that thing into the Super Bowl, but have graphics on it too that you could bet and see yourself or do kind of stuff.
Now let me ask you this: when we go to the Super Bowl and they showing up at Ford Field, y'all going up there?
Oh, it's going to be hard, but I'll do my very best. I got plenty of vacation time starting tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. Can't wait
to go up there and watch it.
Yeah,
I think that would be awesome.
Just being a part of it would be special, man.
Yeah.
Like I said to Darcy and some of the other guys that's joined our shows over the past month or two, we've been the punching bag of the NFL for so long.
Yep, and they talked about the talking heads on NFL Network and other places. Why Detroit got to have a Thanksgiving Day game every year? Why is the Detroit Lions this? You're right.
The truth behind that is nobody else wanted to play, and we wanted to play. We didn't care. So don't take away our game. That's the game we wanted. Nobody else wanted.
What they're not talking about is that Henry Ford bailed out the NFL. They didn't have no money, and they came to him, and he paid the bills, where gave them the money to keep going. And so I'm sure somewhere on a napkin in a safe where they made that deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to know your NFL history when you get to talking smack. And they didn't. And you see it hurried up and shut down on NFL Network. It lasted for a minute. Then they told them to shut up. So.
But I'm like you. I want all the talking heads to shut up come Monday morning.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
hear about how bad our defense is. I want our defense to step up and be special. You
Well,
ain't
can
got
I
to
get
stop
your
them every
opinion on this,
time. You
Donnie?
just got to stop them half the time.
This one guy said Detroit is frauds. Because listen. He said we got all these injuries on defense, but we ain't lost no damn games. So I can't be mad. I'm like, yeah, well, we do what we got to do.
Oh yeah,
You know.
absolutely. Well, we got one more. We got one more question. Darcy, you have a question, or any of the viewers?
Yeah, hang on. Let me pull it up here. I'm behind the glass here, guys. I'm trying to, trying to organize everything. Oh, they changed it a little bit here.
And everybody is subscribing to us. Thanks a lot, man. This is a lot of fun for all
Oh yeah,
of us.
please subscribe.
No, okay.
And if you
Michael,
come to, I'm on Instagram, DET Lions Fan MB. Give me a follow.
Do you have a follow or no?
Well, I got to follow up. How about let's go Lions? Like I said before, early in the show,
you got
fans, go out and be loud.
Show,
yeah, go out and be loud and raise hell come Sunday.
There you go.
Make your point.
Mayhem.
Make it known that this is not a place that Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, Washington,
where nobody
Green Bay, or now
play.
Minnesota wants to come and play us. This is not the place. This is not the place you want to go and have fun.
And stop selling your damn tickets.
As cold as it can be in Green Bay in the winter.
Don't buy them if you're gonna sell them. Leave them there for another season ticket person to buy.
Sell them to your brother, sell them to your cousin, sell them to your best friend. Don't sell them to a Vikings fan. Don't do it.
And then if that's your hustle, find another hustle. Unask them tickets.
That's why the ticket prices went up, because they don't want these people, and I hope those people lose their shirts because they can't sell their tickets for
good. Well, you know what they did in Denver? They tracked them. They said all the season ticket people that's been selling their tickets because they post them. They say, hey, you're no longer a season ticket member. You lose those tickets, or you can keep these tickets. Those other 9 you can't have.
Yeah, right. If they're constantly selling them all the time. And I don't do that. I just give them away. I give them to the podcasters that come onto the show. Like, I appreciate you guys coming on. Time is money, right? And I want to entertain all the 5 viewers that we have. And, and one more comment. So, but you want to end it, guys? And we'll have you on next Tuesday.
Yeah. Big celebration next Tuesday, fellas.
Oh, well, next Tuesday I'm going to be in Cancun, so I'm going to have to leave remarks.
No, you can come. It's your wife's birthday. If you come on and have her come on and, celebrate. Just come on for like 10 minutes.
Be like blood popping the things, like, woo!
Get the Wi-Fi from the hotel and,
All right. What's the last question?
Okay, one more, and then I'm going to jump out here. We went over MVP.
Yes, the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Yes.
Who is the biggest threat? Is it going back to Philadelphia? Because, Michael, you remember the last time we went to the NFC Championship, other than San Francisco, we went to Philadelphia. 30.
And we got our ass waxed.
Yeah, 40 to what, 10?
Yep.
Who is your biggest nemesis? Who do you not want to play? Do you not want to play that unnamed quarterback that used to play for us, number 9? Or do you want to play Baker Mayfield that beat us in week 2?
I don't want to play Washington.
Or do you want to play Philadelphia, which is a very similar team to ours? Great defensive line, great offensive line, running quarterback. That's our nemesis with our injured running backs. I'm just answering the question for you. Who's your biggest nemesis? I'm going to jump out once you guys are done. I'm going to play the video, and we'll have you guys next week. Happy New Year from the Mavilles and I. And
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yep. And I'll be out, and you guys answer that, and we'll finish it off. Thank you, Michael. We'll see you next Tuesday.
All righty. Well, like I said, I don't want to play Washington because they're not supposed to be there, and they might get a little bit of, hey, we young, let's go. So, but I'm not scared of nobody. Not with Dan Campbell at the helm.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's my answer. It doesn't matter. Line them up, and we should knock them down. I don't believe there's a defense in the NFC that can stop our offense,
Nope.
and it's not going to. It's not going to be this Sunday. That's for sure. They're good. We know Minnesota's good, but they can't stop our offense. Nobody
Nope.
ever never said that we're going to score
The
every
only people to
possession.
stop us is us.
Right. Right
That's
on.
it.
So my biggest thing is if we got upset and we lost, I wouldn't want to go anywhere. I know we're undefeated on the road, which we're road warriors, and that's awesome. But why would you want to go on the road when you can host at home?
Well,
And
you
that's
know
what I
something?
predict we do.
After last year, like you saying, we won our 2 games.
Hmm.
You know, this year we get the first round bye. We just got to win 2 games. We hit the Super Bowl. That
That's
sounds
it.
better to me. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Well,
go.